Hi everyone, Phone Rennie here with the new LG Enlighten, which is currently available through Verizon Wireless. The LG Enlighten is a inexpensive smartphone with a QWERTY keyboard, currently going for $79 with a 2-year contract. On the front of the device you have a 3.2-inch HVGA display, which only has a resolution of 320 by 480 pixels, so it's a bit on the small side, and like we said, the resolution isn't the greatest, but due to the smaller size, text is actually going to look pretty decent on it. No noticeable jaggies or anything like that. Device is also fairly compact, but of course, since it's got the QWERTY keyboard on there, it's going to be a little bit thicker than some other ones, but that's to be expected. On there, across the bottom, you're going to have 4 physical buttons for accessing the menu, home, back, and search. These are actual physical buttons instead of touch-sensitive capacitive ones that are on most Android smartphones. Also on the back is a 3.2 megapixel camera. There's no flash on that, so got to take pictures during daylight hours on that. When flipping the phone open, you're going to have a standard 4-row QWERTY keyboard. One of the things that we like about it is that the numbers actually get their own dedicated row up there at the top. Space key is also in the middle down here between the V and B key, so it does take a little getting used to. Also, you have directional arrow keys over here on the right hand side. Using the keyboard isn't that bad for short, quick messages, but as you can see, there's not a lot of space between the keys, so when you're typing you can see your thumbs can cover up 5 or 6 keys at a time, so you really got to pay attention while typing on it. But overall it's not that bad considering the limited amount of space on there. Also is spring loaded, so you don't have to really press real hard on there. And also, as you can tell, when it's closed you have your menus in portrait mode, and when it's open it automatically changes to landscape mode. So a bit of interesting there how it will change between either a portrait or landscape depending if the keyboard's open or not. Nothing really interesting about the overall design. It does feel pretty well made. It's a black construction overall. It does have a little bit of a smoke gray chrome around the edges on here. As you can see, it fits relatively compact in the hand. It's not going to be nearly as large as a Motorola Droid 3, but then again it's not nearly the price. It's less than half the price, so overall it's not that bad considering the price of the device. The LG Enlighten comes running Android Gingerbread version 2.3.4 right out of the box, which is nice, especially on an inexpensive device like this. Also comes with 7 home screens, but as you can see, due to the slower 800 megahertz processor on there, there is a bit of a little bit of a lag here when going between the 7 home screens on the device. Also, as far as the widgets are concerned, has a couple standard ones, not a large selection on here, but it's pretty basic. Still nice to have on a inexpensive phone. I also have your 4 static icons down here at the bottom for going to the phone, contact, messaging, and apps. When going into the App Store, it's going to be divided up into these different sections. You got communications, news and search, media, tools, applications, and downloads down here at the bottom. Each one categorized and alphabetical within that, which does kind of make it a little bit tricky to find some apps, because you got to kind of think, well, is this one going to be more of a tools or more of a news and search? So one way you can do this is actually list, which is going to show all of them in alphabetical order, which is a little bit nicer in our opinion. The call quality on both ends of a phone conversation was pretty good. There wasn't any background noise or interference, though we did notice that we had to keep the volume on our end around medium, as going up all the way to the highest level did cause little bit of a rattling distortion in the earpiece speaker. Also, signal reception was pretty good, had anywhere between 3 to 4 bars of a 3G eVideo coverage in our area. As you can see right now, we're getting 3 bars on the device. So overall, for the $79 with 2-year contract, it's not that bad, pretty reasonable. We would have preferred a little bit larger display, maybe a WVGA resolution instead of a HVGA, but we can understand that some things had to be cut to keep the price down. Also, always nice to have a actual physical QWERTY keyboard on the phone, and of course it comes with the Android Gingerbread on there and the Optimus LG user interface on there. Only thing we didn't really care for all that much was the 3.2 megapixel camera. Again, not that bad for a device under $100, but still, when looking at the competition with 5 and 8 megapixel cameras, doesn't really do all that great of a job. But again, for the price, I can't really complain all that much with the LG Enlighten. So if you want to check out more, be sure to find our website at phonearena.com.